Hello students, let's start with the topic structural organization in animals. And here we have to complete animal tissues and then three specimen animals. One is cockroach, earthworm and frog. Right now we are starting with cockroach. We know that the scientific name of cockroach is Periplaneta americana. The phylum to which cockroach belongs, we all know it is Arthropoda, the phylum of jointed appendages animals, the phylum of animals with a chitinous exoskeleton. So this is Arthropoda. Arthropoda. The class to which cockroach belongs, recall, what is that? This is, yes, it is Insecta. Insecta. Order, who will tell the order? The order to which cockroach belongs, and the order is Blattodea. Order to which cockroach belongs is Blattodea. Genus is Periplaneta and species is Americana. Let us now start with the morphological features of cockroach. Cockroach is bilaterally symmetrical, triploblastic. It is a coelomate animal and there is a chitinous exoskeleton. This exoskeleton is waterproof. Now each segment has got 4 plates and each chitinous plate is called sclerite. These are all sclerite, sclerite. Now, there are some name given to the sclerite. For example, if this is dorsal, this is ventral. The dorsal is known as tergum. The ventral is sternum. The lateral, two lateral, these are called pleura. So, dorsal is tergum, ventral is sternum and two lateral one which are called pleura. The body of the cockroach is divided into head, thorax and abdomen. The head is made up of 6 sclerites fused to form a triangular head. Head is anterior and is at right angle to the thorax. Head bears a pair of compound eyes, a pair of thread-like structures called antennae. These antennae have the sensory receptors. So they can sense the environment, antennae. They are therefore also called sensors. The mouth parts are also present as the appendages of the head. In cockroach, the mouth parts are biting and chewing type. Very important, biting and chewing type. These are the various parts of the mouth part. There is a labrum upper lip, labium lower lip. Then it has got mandible 1 pair, maxilla 1 pair. And there is a median structure called hypopharynx which act like a tongue. Very important. If you notice the diagram given in the NCERT textbook, you will find that the mandible, which is the main grinder, it has got one region called grinding region and one region called incising region. Grinding region, incising region. Grinding is sort of crushing. Incising is cutting. So, very important, this mandible which helps in grinding and crushing and breaking the food particles. Thorax of cockroach is divided into 3 parts: prothorax, mesothorax and metathorax. Each thoracic segment, these are segments, each segment has 1 pair of walking legs and these are the jointed appendages. 1 pair of walking legs, 1 pair, 1 pair, 1 pair, hence become total 6. which is a characteristic of the class Insecta. Therefore, they are also called hexapoda. Coming to the mesothorax, mesothorax has got a pair of forewings. The forewings are also called tagmina. Each forewing is opaque, dark and leathery, and it covers the hind wing when at rest. It only protects the hind wings. Metathorax, there is one pair of hind wings, the second pair of wings. Hind wings are transparent, membranous and are used for flight. So, forewings in the mesothorax and hind wings which are used for flight are in the metathorax, and tagmina is another name of the forewings. After thorax, abdomen. Abdomen is made up of 10 segments, both in males and females. In females, the 7th sternum is board shaped, important, along with 8th and 9th sterna. 7, 8 and 9, all three of them, they form a brood pouch or genital pouch. Anterior part of the brood pouch, it has got female gonopore, spermathecal pores, female gonopore, spermathecal pores and collateral glands. In males, the genital pouch is at the hind end of the body. Now, dorsally, the 9th and the 10th terga, and ventrally, the 9th sternum. So, the brood pouch or genital pouch in males is bounded dorsally by 9th and 10th terga and ventrally by 9th sternum. Dorsally, it has got anus, male genital pore and gonapophysis. Coming to a very important point, in males particularly, there is a pair of thread-like unsegmented anal styles, and anal styles are present only in the males, they are absent in females. You can remember this as males are more stylish. In cockroach is stylish, male cockroach is stylish. Anal styles, they are absent in females. In both males and females, the 10th segment, it has got a pair of segmented filamentous structure called anal cerci. Now, the bottom line here is anal cerci is present in both the sexes, male and female, and it is short, filamentous, but segmented, jointed, and it is at the 10th segment, wherein only in males there is a pair of anal styles, and this is used to distinguish male and female cockroaches externally. Now, let us begin with the anatomy of cockroach. In the anatomy, we are starting with the digestive system first. This is the structure of the digestive system. First of all, the digestive system or the alimentary canal is divided into foregut, midgut and hindgut, 3 parts. From mouth to the gizzard is the foregut. What structures are there? Now, mouth leading to hypopharynx, pharynx, esophagus, crop, gizzard. This much is foregut. Now, from these tubules that you see here, around 8 in number, which are called hepatic caecae. From here till these yellow colored lines that you see, this much part is the midgut, and beyond that is the hindgut. So very easy to understand here that at the junction of foregut and midgut, these hepatic CK are there. At the junction of midgut and hindgut, these Malpighian tubules, yellow colored 100 to 150 tubules are there. So first of all, what structures come in foregut, midgut and hindgut? Let us take one by one. In the foregut, we have a pair of salivary glands, and these salivary glands open into hypopharynx. Hypopharynx leads to a short pharynx, pharynx leads to a narrow tube called esophagus, and that leads to a dilated bag called crop. And this is the site where the storage, it is a temporary reservoir of the food. This is the very important thick muscular structure called gizzard. Now, inside the gizzard, there are 6 chitinous blades or chitinous plates. What I am doing here, I am now making the gizzard in the transverse section. I am cutting it transversely, I am showing. So, what I am saying here, there are 6 teeth internally. Now, this is the transverse section of gizzard. You know that the entire foregut is internally lined by chitin, the same material which forms the exoskeleton of insects. The same material, chitin, forms 6 blade-like structure, or which are called teeth-like structure or plate-like structure, and these are thick muscles. This is the gizzard, muscles of the gizzard, and these are the chitinous plates. Chitinous plates, and you can understand that by the movement of the muscles, these chitinous plates, they keep on crushing or grinding the food. So, main function of the gizzard is to grind the food. Therefore, we can also call it grinding mill. Another name of gizzard is proventriculus. Proventriculus. Now, let us come to the midgut. This is the main site for digestion and absorption. Internally, it is lined by glandular epithelium, and the food inside the midgut is also enclosed by a protective peritrophic membrane. Peritrophic membrane. After that, we have the hindgut. In the hindgut, ileum colon rectum. Ileum colon rectum. Ileum is the narrowest part. Then wider part is colon, and rectum is the last part which opens to the outside as anus. Ileum, at the junction of ileum and midgut, these are around 100 to 150 yellow colored tubules called Malpighian tubules, and these are excretory structures of insects, Malpighian tubules. In cockroach, they are lined at the junction of midgut and hindgut. So, that is about the digestive system. Now, let us begin with the cardiac system or circulatory system of cockroach. This is the circulatory system of cockroach. Now, these are the different parts which I have written here. The parts are, the points are, number 1, it is open type. The circulatory system, I will repeat again. This is the circulatory system of cockroach. These are some important points regarding the circulatory system. It is open type. Open type means heart is present, blood vessels are not well developed, but they are present, but capillaries are absent. which means that the heart pumps the blood into blood vessel and then it pour the blood into the body sinus, the cavity of the body called hemocoel. So, hemocoel is the cavity of insects. Then there is a colorless blood which is also called hemolymph. It comprises of plasma which is colorless and blood cells. The plasma does not contain any respiratory pigment. This is a very important question asked many times in the examination, that what is a respiratory pigment. Remember, blood does not participate in exchange of gases or the transport of gases, to be more precise. The blood cells, they do not have any pigment, they are neither red nor white, they are simply phagocytic cells, the function. So, the blood is hemolymph, it is colorless. Heart is single mid-dorsal, which is present in thorax and abdomen. Very important point about the heart, it is 13-chambered heart. Birds and mammals have how many chambers? 4 chambers. They have 13-chambered heart. These chambers are funnel shaped and fitted one behind the other. On each of these chambers, there is a pair of opening on either side called ostia. So, ostia, one ostium, many ostia. Such an opening is absent in the last chamber. So, we start counting from here 1, 2, 3, 4, like that we go, and this is the 13th chamber. This one is the dorsal aorta. Heart pumps the blood from back to front. Very important that the heart can pump the blood from back to front. The blood cannot go backwards, number one. Neither the blood can come out of ostia. So, blood can only enter the heart through ostia, but cannot come out. This is how they are valvular, the valves are arranged there. By the pumping of the heart, the blood is pumped from back to front and then it comes in the dorsal aorta. From here, the blood now enters the head sinus, and from the head sinus, it then enters back into the sinuses. Now, the entire body cavity of cockroach is divided into 3 parts on the basis of these diaphragm. This is a dorsal diaphragm, this is a ventral diaphragm. Diaphragm has got holes, it is perforated, and hence I have shown it by dotted lines. So, these diaphragms they are perforated. Dorsal diaphragm, ventral diaphragm. 2 diaphragms divide the body cavity into 3 sinuses. One around the heart called pericardial sinus, one which is in the middle, which is around the digestive tract, alimentary canal, and is called perivisceral sinus, and the bottom one which is around the nerve cord, it is called perineural sinus. So, from dorsal to ventral, pericardial, then perivisceral and perineural. Remember, in invertebrates, the nerve cord is ventral and the heart is dorsal, and in the vertebrates, the arrangement is reciprocal. So, students, heart is present in thorax and abdomen. It is in the mid dorsal line, 13 chambered, and also remember that the heart is neurogenic. Then there are 13 pairs of fan shaped muscles called Ehlers muscles. They also help in movement of the blood. Now the direction of blood, as I told you, from back to front. This is the dorsal aorta, from the dorsal aorta into the head sinus. From the head sinus back into perineural and perivisceral. Then what? Then from there the blood then ascends up. The changes in the pressure is such that the blood from the perivisceral can ascend up. From the perineural can come to the perivisceral. From perineural it can come to perivisceral. From perivisceral it can enter pericardial, and from pericardial it can only enter heart through ostia. And from the heart it is pumped from back to front, come in the dorsal aorta, again enter the head sinus. From the head sinus back into these sinuses. Which one is perineural and perivisceral? From perineural it comes into perivisceral, and from perivisceral it enters into pericardial, and from pericardial it enters into heart through ostia. Now we will talk about the respiratory system of cockroach. Here is the respiratory system of cockroach. It's very simple and basic type. The respiratory organ is a network of trachea. We have one trachea, they have many tracheae. I will put the plural, network of trachea. Now these are some points to ponder upon. Number one, the spiracles. Now these spiracles are like our nostrils. These are the openings of the tracheal system. How many? 10 pairs. 2 pairs are in thorax and 8 pairs are in abdomen. So 2 pairs in thorax and 8 pairs in abdomen. Thorax 2 and abdomen 8. Total 10 pairs. They are present on the lateral side of the body, and the opening is guarded by sphincters. The sphincter can close and can open and can regulate the amount of air entering or coming out of these spiracles. Now the tracheal trunks divide into tracheae, then further into smaller branches, many branches, and the finest branch is known as tracheoles. These tracheoles are normally filled with the fluid, and the exchange of gases occurs from the tracheoles to the body tissues, body cells. That means there is a direct respiration. What does direct respiration means? Normally in higher vertebrates we have seen that the blood acts like a respiratory, or it carries the respiratory gases. In our case, blood carries oxygen and CO2. In cockroach, in fact in all insects, there is no respiratory pigment in the blood. That means the blood is not involved in the transport of gases. So what happens? Directly the air from outside through the spiracles enter into the tracheal trunks, the tracheal network, and then branching and finest branch is called tracheole, and from there the air enters into the tissue fluid, and from the tissue fluid the body tissue cells they take the air, or the gases move inside and outside of these cells by the process of diffusion. The gases move inside and outside of the cell by the process of diffusion. So this is the basic idea about the respiratory system of cockroach. Now the excretory system of cockroach. The excretory organs are malpighian tubules. In all insects, malpighian tubules are the excretory structures. In cockroach, they are present at the junction of midgut and hindgut. They are about 100 to 150 in number, yellowish fine tubule. Actually, these are blind tubules which are immersed in the hemolymph, and they collect the nitrogenous waste from the hemolymph and all other extra solutes from the hemolymph, like urates, sodium, potassium. So they absorb, and then these tubules they convert the nitrogenous waste into uric acid, and then this uric acid is then poured into the hindgut. From the hindgut, there is a part called rectum. In the rectum, there are about 6 rectal papillae, and rectal papillae help in the further absorption of water. Even water is absorbed here, reabsorbed here also. And in the rectum also water is reabsorbed, so that the urine is almost dried powdered form. That is the advantage of uric acid, because it requires minimum wastage of water for its elimination. The main excretory organs in cockroach are Malpighian tubules, but there are some accessory excretory organs too. Let's learn about them in a fun way. Just learn fun. F-U-N. Fat bodies, uricose glands, and nephrocytes. Just learn fun. These are accessory excretory organs.